What is going on, guys? This is Purgatory, and I'm bringing you, just like everybody else, I'm bringing you my honest thoughts of Blackout, the brand new Battle Royale game mode in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And what do I think about the mode? Any downsides to the mode? Any adjustments I think they need to make? Are all going to be in this video. I have quite a few hours under my belt of this game mode. I've got quite some victories. Surprisingly enough, I'm usually pretty bad at Battle Royale games, but I'm surprised in how well I did here. So, I'm seeing two sides of this whole game mode. A majority of the side is, does it belong in Call of Duty? And a majority of the side saying it's a refreshing addition to Call of Duty and it's going to benefit Call of Duty in the long run, or it's the worst thing that ever happened to COD, bring back single player. My personal opinion, I am on the majority side. I think this is definitely one of the biggest innovations that they made to Call of Duty. It plays totally different than Call of Duty. It still has the same kind of gunplay, still has the same kind of just gameplay in general, but it's not. It's still chaotic. It's still classic Call of Duty, but on a much more massive scale. And I am so happy to say that this is a fantastic game mode so far. Obviously, it is a beta. So I'm going to give my review on the beta, then I'll give another review on the day it releases. But on the beta, it's not perfect. Obviously, that's why there's a beta. The player count, literally doesn't even bother me because it still feels like there's action almost around the corner. Matches usually last around 20 to 25 minutes, and about 15 to 20 minutes of that is action. Like, you get into a lot of action in this game mode. I think they did a really well job with the zones and how fast they close in, how fast you get back into the action. The looting phase, I'll get to my personal opinion about that. But like the looting phase, well, personal opinion, I think it's fine where it is. There are a few things I do want to say about it, but the looting phase of this game is at a pretty good spot, but is at a pretty decent spot. The action, the long-range engagements, I thought I was super afraid of the long-range engagements of this game, but to my surprise, they're actually very cool. Sometimes they can be a little frustrating, especially with where the zone ends. If you don't have a sniper or at least a gun with very low recoil and a scope, if you don't have those, you're probably going to lose unless you have mad skills and are able to pull off some ludicrous stuff. If you find a grappling hook, I think you're set. The grappling hook is one of the best gadgets in this. That or the recon car. Recon car you barely find, which is weird. I think they really, well, no, they don't, because the recon car is kind of broken at the same time. But the sensor dart, I think, is fantastic. The grappling hook, I think, really gets you into the engagements pretty fast. Thank God there's no jetpacks. I hope they don't even add them. Like a way to loot them, I hope there's no way to add them. But anyways, that's the whole thing about looting, all that stuff. The equipment, I was already into the equipment. The equipment was great. I think it was a very fantastic addition. I think it's kind of what sets itself apart from Call of Duty, from PUBG and stuff. Yes, the game very much replicates what PUBG has done, but they've also done their own twists. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking, we're getting pizza. So there's also has its own twists, and again, I would say it does play like PUBG, but it's very polished, very clean, very simple fights. It's a lot better than PUBG. And when I see if this works well on PC, I will give my PC review if you guys want it. I'll probably just do it anyways. But on PC, if this works really good on PC, I can see it killing PUBG and really making itself a big contender in the battle royale genre. Will it kill Fortnite? I think it will take some players away from Fortnite, but at the same time, I don't think it'll kill Fortnite because this is a $60 game, and Fortnite is a free-to-play game. So that's my only like set aside, and especially sometimes the gameplay wise, people like the building aspect. Some people like the building aspect of Fortnite. This doesn't have the building aspect of Fortnite. So that's one thing. Everything else about this game mode is fantastic. So what do I not like? Well, number one, they're patching this tomorrow at the time of recording this. Or maybe this video will be posted, but at the time of recording this, they're patching it on Thursday, 9/13, and hopefully we'll see its way into the final game. They're testing it and hopefully patching it in the morning tomorrow. And this is the armor. Level 3 armor, they did already nerf it by making it where they fixed a bug to where explosive damage didn't phase it, and thank God to them. But still, I feel like level 3 armor shouldn't make you as vulnerable. It shouldn't make you as much of a tank as it does now. Obviously, they said that they're nerfing it and level 2 armor as well, but where the armor is right now at the time of recording this, I don't like it. But they do say they're gonna patch it, so who knows? Maybe we'll see tomorrow what I feel about it in a live stream or something. So yeah, there's that, and there's a bug that I've had a few times to where the zone would end in the same spot in like 3 matches in a row. Obviously, I wouldn't win all 3 of those matches. Oh, what am I, skilled? Not all of them would end. Not all of them I would win, but there was one time, especially if you saw my Nuketown landing video, where it was ending. That ended at that same spot like 3 or 4 times in 3 or 4 matches in a row. It was a little off, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's a bug that they're willing to fix. Maybe just really just upping the RNG, the rarity of certain spots. The zone placement is fantastic. I think they really put variety in it. As much as I wish it would end on high populated areas like where the names are on the map, as much as I wish they would end there, I totally understand how you do it because that changes it up. That makes the variety of the game, and I'm all for variety. There are a lot of places, like sometimes it would end at the desert, like Turbine, but I've been getting more of those. It would end in a big green field where I got that win with the Titan. Yeah. There's another, and one more thing. I feel some of the weapons have an unnecessary amount of recoil to make it to where if you get that said weapon, you might as well trade it out. It's not good. But yeah, there's that. Really, I mean, really, that's really it. I do have a few problems, and those were the problems that I mentioned. But I wish they would balance out weapons to everyone's liking. I hope they do. Some weapons just feel absolutely useless, like you'll never use them. Some feel a little OP, but at the same time, the weapons that feel OP, they should feel OP because you've earned them, or you've got lucky enough to find them. Yeah, that's really it. There's a few bugs in this, and those don't bother me because they're more kind of visual bugs. But you know, and also with the graphics, this is more of a pro for me. The graphics aren't great, but they aren't horrible either, and I feel like that's a fantastic spot because they focus. What I always loved about Treyarch and all of Call of Duty, they never really focused on how good the graphics were. They always focused on how good is the gameplay, and that's what I've praised them for every single time. The Battle Royale mode, will I be playing it as much as I am right now? I don't know, because I do still enjoy the small map, the very small, hectic gameplay that is like the Call of Duty multiplayer. So I may be playing that more than I do Blackout, but Blackout I do see myself going to and playing for if I want to play something that's Battle Royale. I will play it pretty frequently, so yeah, and but I do think I'll be playing multiplayer just a tad bit more. So that's where I'm standing there. This is a beta. Again, I'll post another review at the end of the beta, and then I'll post a review at the launch of the game, and we'll go on from there. Anyways, that is my genuine opinion. Treyarch, you've nailed the Battle Royale experience. Getting us into the action is really all that matters. Oh, and this took me back. And looting, it's gotten patched a little bit, but sometimes looting, there's a bit of issues with picking up loot in duffel bags. I think the duffel bag system is fine. Just one thing I think they should change is kind of like do something like PUBG, but instead of that, it's you literally see all the items on your screen and maybe your weapon, like a small JPEG or something of your weapon on the side, and you can hit triangle, kind of like how your inventory menu is whenever you hit start. Maybe there's two different options, like you can do the quick scroll, or you can pull up a menu inside of the where the duffel bag is. You can activate the menu with your D-pad, find and click and pick up stuff, like where it's just a tap of the button, because you know you're in the menu. You can just tap the button, find everything, and there you go. You're off to your mission, to where you need to go. Yeah, I mean, the beginning looting phase, I don't think there's too much of a problem with. I think it's actually pretty smooth, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people have issues with it, but to me, I think it's fine. Sure, I mean, they did actually fix it to where you don't have to actually look at the ground. Well, I think you still have to kind of look at the ground, but I think they've kind of adjusted it to where you can pick it up at a certain, like, you don't have to completely look down in order to pick up an item. But I do think they do need to work on that as well. But anyways, I'm glad I went back to that. I'm glad I remembered. But the looting phase is fine, but whenever looting off of a dead player, I think that needs to be changed a little bit. Either maybe have both, where you scroll through the duffel bag if you're taking your time, or if you want to be quick, you can pull up that menu, and the menu shows you every single item. You can just tap on it, and it'll also attach it to the gun that you have selected, kind of like how the inventory menu is, but this one is a little bit different. Maybe like organize all the items, all the ammo, just the same way as the inventory system, but looting on somebody's body. That's what I would do. That's my personal opinion on what they should do. But yeah, this is, again, a fantastic mode. Treyarch really hit it out of the park. I'm kind of glad there's no single player, because I didn't even play Infinite Warfare's or World War II's campaign. Even though I do want to play the World War II campaign, I keep saying I would, but I never did. But the last campaign I played was Modern Warfare Remastered, and I've played that years ago. So, anyways, that's gonna about do it for me, guys. This, again, I do recommend checking out this mode. I don't have any codes to give away, unfortunately. I gave out all the codes that I had to friends, obviously. But yeah, whenever this comes to PC, this will be free on PC on September 15th, but if you did pre-order on PC, you get a day early access on September 14th. So about 2 to 3 days from now, you will be able to try it on PC. On console, I don't know. You'll probably have to put down that $5 to pre-order the game, check it out, and then maybe if you want it or not, you either cancel or continue with your pre-order. I don't know, but I do recommend, if you have the access, I do recommend you check out this beta, check it out for yourself, and consider switching into it. I definitely know this is going to be my go-to Battle Royale, honestly, because PUBG is still a buggy mess. It doesn't run that well, even on PC. It already runs better. Like, there's barely any lag. This game is so smooth. It's crazy. Like, I didn't think the engine would be able to do it. but it's doing it, and I'm really impressed so far. So again, David Vonderhaar, Dan Bunting, you guys have worked hard, and I see in your faces and your voice, and hear it in your voice how hard you've worked on this mode, and I'm so glad that it has gone mostly has gone the way that you have wanted it to go. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been fun. Again, I do recommend checking out this game mode if you can. I do recommend actually picking up this game. Multiplayer's fun. Battle Royale's fun. Just have to try zombies. But anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Subscribe if you are new. Like the video if you did enjoy. Dislike it if you completely hate me. If you think I'm a very hateful person. If you don't like me. Anyways, comment what you think of Blackout if you have played it already. Anyways, I love you guys. Goodbye.